Yeah, so the scenario I was talking about uh, is the issue of um, whereby there are some routes that maybe a logged in person or or a logged in user uh, become irrelevant to access. Now, like let's say the register route. Let me try to run this. But in the meantime, you can also kind of like give me options on how we can actually solve such scenarios. Yeah. Now, like for this case, of course, yeah, it is normal for one to see these uh, or access the logins. But if at all it comes to, hopefully I remember the password. Yeah, so if at all I'm here and I try to access maybe auth register, yeah, using the define config. Okay, it looks like let me check and see if it's actually there. Actually, it's just that register actually is the one at the home. Yeah, yeah. You see, actually, right now, the person can actually see the route even when they are what, even when they are logged in, which is kind of like a very good example to show our flaws in our code. How do you think we can solve this issue? Any guesses?
We can use the, of course, we
Yes.
have to implement the logout bit so that in case someone is logged in within this template of registering the user, we can use an if the user is authenticated.
Okay.
No, not in this one.
Pardon?
As the user is logged in, we can specify which which templates the user can access when they are not logged in, and then those they can access when they are logged in
Okay. So
using the that dot is authenticated method.
okay, that means let me first implement the what the logout feature, and then I
Mm.
think we can start from there. I think I'll just let me just um, let me just let me just do something, and then I will, when someone is logged out, let's just redirect them to the login what URL. Let me see. Let me just use its name here. First, hey, Reno is very late today. Hey, Reno, how are you?
So,
Yes, Reno.
sorry I'm late.
Hey, oh, sorry.
Yes,
Did you
good
get
afternoon.
caught up?
Yeah, I've not been at home, but I've just reached.
Oh, okay. So, how have you been? Reno, are you there? Okay, Reno, before you came, we're trying to see.
Yes, I'm there. Sorry.
Okay, before you came, there were some flaws in our program that we were trying to solve,
Yes,
whereby
please.
there are some routes that now, like there are some routes like the register route, that is and the login routes that we don't want to see if at all the user is what, if at all the user is if at all the user is logged in, and we actually realized that flow is already existing. So Sylvia had suggested that we first create we first create a view for logging out, and then we move on afterwards. Though I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make more changes to this to make it a little bit to make it a little bit more usable. Just instead of register being the home page, I'm just going to create another home page that will have at least all these menus there. Yeah, kind of something like that. So I'll have views.home, and then it will have a name of home. Then all it will do is just render. I'll just create an index.html here. Index.html. Reno, but have you gotten what we're trying to solve here?
Yes, I'm trying to follow.
So basically, our website, everyone can view everything, and we're just trying to make sure at least we have some kind of like some checks and balances that, okay, maybe if at all someone is already logged in, it doesn't make sense for them to do what, to still see the the register page or the login page. Yeah. So that is what we're trying to come up with here, and I'm just trying to set up some groundwork here. So and also one thing I should always remind you, never name your view, never name your login view or your or logout view the keyword login, because if at all you have login and you also have and you have imported login, they will clash and you will have some issues. Yeah, so you should always be very careful when naming your views, so that the names don't clash with the with the inbuilt names. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I'm just rendering. I'm just rendering this index.html. Yeah. Hopefully it works. Yeah, I missed this comma. Yeah. So you don't know whether it is working. Though it doesn't have anything in it, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to create a list, and I would maybe just put a small menu, or even a heading here. come to our blog, and then I'll have a register. I'll have a login. I'll have logout. Whatever you'll I have. The one for books. Yeah, I think the one for books is also okay. Then the other ones can be accessed when someone accesses the individual book. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask as I try to type. Yeah. I also told you to avoid mistakes. Sometimes it's always better to first neglect these the quotes on the href, so that you can just type in the name of the name of the path here. So this one is home. Just
I thought you named it register user.
Pardon?
I thought you named it register user.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. So let me just copy this and paste it down here. Okay, so I'll just replace these. Login user, it is login underscore user. Okay. Then this is then the last one is book underscore list. Yeah, so we should be good to go. Fantastic. Yeah, so we have all these and realize actually this guy is already registered, but he can still see the what? He can still see the these other routes. I think when he tries to log out, now yeah. Did I finish the logout route? Let me be sure here. Logout user. Go to views. See the URLs. Oh, actually, this is logout. All right. Yeah, now it should work fine. Fantastic. Okay. Of course, for someone that is not logged in, yeah, they are free to access the login and the register. They are free, just like you see. But for someone who is logged in, it will look very weird for them to access them. So let me try it once again. So Sylvia, now that we are here, what is next? Because you were the one taking us through.
So we go to that page you created.
Which one? The index.
So in that page, we can specify what a user can access and not access if they are authenticated. So if they are logged in, then we need them to be able to access the logout and the books. So on line 14, so you can go to line 13 and create space there. Then we do an if.
I'm listening.
So if user dot is authenticated.
Like this, eh?
Authenticated. Yeah, so they should be able to access those two links on line 15 and 16. So you end the if there.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this.
You can also put on line 10 something to help us see whether they are logged in or not.
Something on line 10. Maybe
you can say welcome request.user. Yeah, something like that. Inside the, yeah.
Okay. Let's try to see this. Yeah, but we still have these two there. Why?
Oh, okay. You can go to
because when we log out and go to the home page, fine, we have these two there, right?
Yeah.
But when you log in, when you log in and I try to access the home page again, yeah, it has these four. Yes. So you were saying?
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I did mine differently. I didn't have this extra page. I just had the number which had this one. So I need to think about how to do it if you just have a page that has the links.
Or maybe we could actually do it in the else.
Oh, yeah.
Do it in the else and just
put the other ones. Yeah.
Yes, just cut these two.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Well, that's how I also did it in the now. I'd forgotten about the else.
Okay. Yeah. So let's try.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. But still the issue comes. There is an issue that comes that fine. Because there are some tricky people who for some reason they know where something is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do about these people? Yeah.
So
because they can literally still access it. Yeah.
They can still access it even if they're not logged in.
Yeah, because they have maybe photographic memory. They can access the link directly, and it still shows.
Okay, so what we can do we can go to the particular template.
The particular template. Now, like the register template.
No, the register one is okay because we want anybody, even if they are not logged in, to access it. So that one is okay.
Yes, but
But
we also,
maybe,
we also don't want people that are logged in to access it because it's not necessary, not so?
but you see, if someone is, oh, okay.
Hey,
Mm,
our issue right now is okay. This
yeah,
register.
I get what you're saying.
Now, how can we stop logged in users from accessing it?
I've forgotten that one.
Anyone else? Anyone else to help? Chitimbo.
Yes, please. Sorry, I'm connected with my phone.
Yeah. So
Yeah, network has been funny.
how do we stop a logged in? How do we stop a login user
Yes.
from accessing this register page? Because Sylvia helped us with the templates, right? Because for right now, okay, so right now they are logged in, so they can't access. But when they are logged out, then they can be able to access at least based on the navigation, right?
Yes.
But the issue is some people are very sneaky. Like they have photographic memory and they will do what? They will find a way of maybe now like when they are logged in to access the register page. I don't know for what reason, but so how do we stop this from occurring?
Okay. The way I did it also,
Mm.
I made the register to be visible to anyone who gets onto the blog.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, to be able to have access to register, then can access
Uh-huh.
the delete and
Mm-hmm.
maybe edit.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't thought of that of restricting
Mm.
the register,
Mm.
but I think
Mm.
we also, if we put it in an if statement saying if
Okay.
the user is authenticated,
Mm. Mm.
so we enclose that URL or that accesses that
Mm.
specific page
Mm.
from getting access from a user who is not authenticated.
Actually, you may be right. So now maybe in the register out here, right?
Yes.
How do we start? Uh-huh.
No, I was okay. Like the way I did it, I
Mm-hmm.
have that restriction from the templates themselves.
Only the templates.
I have the restriction from the templates.
Auntie, the issue is even right
Yes.
now we have it here, not so in the
Yes.
templates. But I'm
Yes.
saying
So now,
there are scenarios where people will know. I don't know, for some reason people will find out the link and they'll try to access it. Just
okay.
mm,
Now,
mm.
here, remove it from line 17.
On line 17
Uh,
here.
yes. Then
Uh-huh.
take it to in between 15 and 16.
We put it in between 15 and 16. We just
Yes, the one of
we
register. The one of register only.
uh-huh.
That line of register, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now paste it in between
Here.
that else, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then now let's try running the blog.
Okay. Let's see the home page now. Yeah.
Make sure the user is logged out.
The user is logged out. Okay, we have logged
Yes.
out the
Yes.
user, and
Yes.
I'm going to access the home page here. Now you see there is only login.
Yes.
But supposing
So
it is a new user and they want to register. Now how do you do
I
it?
think I think I've gotten the question wrong, because what I was
Eh.
thinking is you didn't want a person who accesses the blog to be able to reach that register section. Not so.
I just didn't want anyone that is logged into the system to access the
Yes.
registration page because it's like it makes no sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for it's like they already registered, but they can still like almost if at all they wanted to create another account they could
Oh.
in one or the other. Okay, when someone is logged in, just like most websites, if at all someone is logged in, they can see the register and log in, and if they are logged out, they can see the log out and other authenticated pages. Okay,
Oh, okay.
but actually at first you had the right idea, but you just maybe didn't expound on it more. The
Yeah,
long way would be the long way
yes,
would
yes,
be
please.
we actually come inside the views themselves, and you're like, okay, if uh, request dot user dot is underscore authenticated, just like we did it in the templates, right? Then if they authenticated, then they should not do what? They should not actually see this. You get my point?
Yes, yes, I do.
If at all
Okay.
if at all they authenticated, maybe they should then this one should just be return redirect to maybe
Login. Home.
if at all to home, exactly, since they already what logged in, right?
No, yeah, to
Yeah,
home.
yeah. And then if at all for some reason, yeah, so that means this only will be done what will be accessed by the anonymous users per se. Let's try to see if at all it works. So let's try to log in. So let's try to access the home page again here. Yeah, so let's try to access the register and you see if it works. You see, actually there is a way it redirected very fast. Did you see that, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, so that means at least we shall be safe that actually if someone is logged in, they can't access the pages that we don't want them to access. And of course the other issue is if at all someone is logged out, they should not be able to access these other routes like the home, or we could have it like that, or maybe the book list. Yeah, the book view, all these they couldn't be able to access. Let me
The
see.
update book.
We could add these the mixins, the login required mixins, the what. Have you heard of those ones before?
I've heard about mixins, but I don't really know what they are.
Oh, actually, even decorators. Decorators, they will be for the now like okay, now like this. The best example is the logout, right? Okay. This what I've done online. What I've done online 14 is kind of like a quick fix, but Django also comes with some of these already defined. Now like if at all we come to from Django again, from contrib, since it's the auth since it's the auth app, from .auth decorators, we have one called login required. Now like the best example would be for the logout route. In order for someone to log out, they have to first log in, right? Even if they are able to access the what, even if they're able to access the route inside there. Yeah, and again we could have something like this here, that if if request dot user dot is underscore authenticated, then they are able to access this then they are able to access that. And if they are not authenticated, then they can just be redirected to the login. You get what I'm talking about here?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a scenario whereby someone that is not logged in shouldn't be able to access the logout feature. Yeah, though, like I said, though we kind of like emphasize it here in our templates. Yeah, but sometimes some people can actually be able to access these routes by mere typing them manually. Yeah. So, but when we put such a feature, so if at all I've logged out here and I try to access the logout, I will still be redirected to the login. So that fine, though you want to log out but you're not logged in, so in order to log out you have to first log in. That kind of scenario. Yeah, but this is what I've showed you here is the long way of doing things. Yeah, the shorter way would be, as long as we import this from the decorators, you just come here and you just come above here and use the @ sign and you say login required. Basically, this is a decorator. A decorator is just a function that does some extra work before calling the function under it. Yeah. So the extra work it does is this. It does for you this. All you see here. It does everything for you. And if it doesn't pass, it checks whether the user is authenticated. If they is authenticated, then this function is run. If they're not authenticated, then this redirect will be done. Yeah. Let me first clean this up. Yeah. So this will actually stop you from doing a lot of repetition in forms of if statements, because realize actually that we are kind of like already repeating the same pattern we did here. User that authenticated, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but when you use this, you have to go in the settings file to tell it where it must redirect to. Yeah. So there is a configuration you make. It's called login URL. Yeah, it's called login URL. You can put it anywhere, but I'll just put it here. It's login underscore URL. Then you say equal to. You just put in the URL the way it is, because for us it is login. You just put it like that. So if at all this check realizes that the person is not logged in, they'll be redirected to the login to the login page. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah. Okay, let's first try to log in here. Yes, so I'm logged in properly. That means our system still works. then I'm logged out. So if at all I come here and I try to log out again, you see, yeah, it redirects me to the login page. Yeah, but there is also a next logout, because this next logout, it's the route I wanted to access, but because there was an issue of me logging in, so when I actually put in my password, I will actually be logged out, because it was the route I initially wanted to do to access. So when I come here and type in, yeah, oh yeah, there is a bug there, but at least our functionality works right now. Yeah, I'll just have to look into that. Okay, any questions so far? Are we okay, guys?
Yes, Emma, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So when you use that that decorator at login required, and then you write the URL in the settings.
This one.
Yes.
Yes.
So in case you wanted to use the login required also on a different place,
Yes.
so I'm trying to understand what URL we are writing here, the one that we need to redirect to, or
Yeah.
how does it
Yes.
know which one to pick?
Yeah, the one we are trying to redirect to in case the check fails, right? If at all it comes here, because like I said, the decorator function, usually it's a function that does something extra before calling this. Yeah, because when it is done, it will call this automatically. So it comes here, it actually does the same checks that we were doing before. It checks if the user authenticated. If they're authenticated, then it does this. If they're not authenticated, then it doesn't do anything. You get my idea?
So that means it works for only no.
Pardon?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
So that means that it will check. So wherever we put that decorator, it will always redirect to login.
Yeah. So basically, it prevents unauthorized access. Yeah. So you'll actually copy it and put it on any of your. You'll copy it and put it on any of your routes that you don't want that any of your routes whereby you don't want unauthorized users to actually access. You get my idea? Yeah. Any route that whose content you only want to be accessed by logged in users. Yeah, it will make sure it does what. Yeah, it will make sure it prevents that from happening. Okay.
Does it work the same way for the class-based views?
Yeah, now for the class-based views, we have to use the what? We have to use the mixins. Yeah, and yeah, which brings me now, which brings me to the next to our next topic. Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to recall the class where we have to get actually those mixins. Yeah. The good thing, let me try to just say here Django login required mixin. Yeah. this is the one I wanted. Yeah, so it is under you get it from django.contrib.auth.mixins. So let me just copy actually this and paste it there. All you have to do is put it you have to put it as the first one in the what in the you have to put it as the first one in the in your class based view. Yeah, so let me go up here. Let me go up here and paste it there, and then I'll have so one of our class based views that we don't want people to see that are not logged in is the list view, right? So we just put a comma here and say login required, just like that. Yeah, login required. Let's see if it works. Okay, are we still together, guys? Are we still together?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let me just yes, someone is asking a question. I think it's okay, all right. Yeah, I think I got this route wrong. Oh, I used triple O's. Too bad for me. Yeah, basically it also works fine actually. It is protected now. Let's try to and when you try to log in, it directly goes to the books. That's because again it uses this setting of ours to do what? To redirect to the login page, and then it uses the next attribute to ascertain the next what? The next the next page where it was destined to go. Yeah, so I think for usability, this should be in all of our class-based views, because all these, they need to be accessed by logged in users. Yeah, but please be very careful, because it comes first, because it does that check first before it does the check before actually this class is accessed. Yeah, so the check has to be done first before anything. Are we okay there? And also now, like if at all we wanted to have these attributes there, we could also add them there. Now, like the one of redirecting, yeah, this one is already put there, these two, but for now, since there is the next attribute, yeah, this one is done automatically. Okay, now there's also an issue of this one. I think this is our last with regards to a route now, like on line 14 for the registration, a class-based view route that kind of like has this setup. The ones that we don't want to logged in users access. There is also another feature whereby we can make it even a little bit simpler using there is something called the user passes test. User passes test that I want you guys to do what to check out. It is also a decorator, but okay, it's also a decorator under here. It is called user passes test. Yeah, and now the way user passes test works, I'm just going to create a function here, a normal function, and I'll call it user maybe must be logged out then to access okay, yeah, but it's a long function, but I just wanted to bring out what I want to say. And then inside here, actually this function will take a user as an attribute, I mean as a parameter. Then it will come and say that so you know that, because what we're trying to see is that this what, in order for this to work, in that these actually must not be what, authenticated. That is what we're trying to say, that in order for this to work, the user must not be authenticated, because if they're authenticated, then they cannot access this. Okay, so we shall say what this one will return, it's a boolean. So we shall say user dot is underscore authenticated must actually be false. So we shall say, we shall have a note here that if at all the user is, what we are trying, the truth we want to see is the user not being what, authenticated. Then I'll just comment out this one for now. Yeah, I'll just come here to and I use this user passes test, and then I just put it. I just give it this user must be logged in to access, something like that. Yeah, and I think this one should work. Have we gotten this pattern? Guys, have we gotten that small pattern? Are we still together?
I'm here, Emma, but I've not got it well. Though
Hey.
I'm wondering, why do we need that one? If, like the example you're giving, because we already have the one of user is logged in. Why do we need that? Or is it for also other cases that may not necessarily have to do with authentication?
Basically, like I said, for the user passes test, it's actually okay. The user passes test is actually not testing for in one way, it is going to stop us from using this in our function, because one thing, previously we were using these functions down here to stop logged in users from accessing this, not so? But now we are like, okay, we may be found in a scenario whereby we are going to be writing these two lines in every function that we need. Now, like we need it for register, then we paste it also into login user and various other places which may be kind of like a repetition. Yeah, but if we can do what, if we can we can have it in one function, and then we just add it as a decorator, then it could actually be a good thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but let's try to run it and see. So this guy is logged in. You see, did it work? Actually, did it work? Okay, actually it worked, but the log the now there is an attribute. Actually, I forgot to do what, to add that. Okay, it's called login URL. Login underscore URL where you want it to redirect to in case it doesn't work, and the one we have is home. Yeah, let's try it again. Okay, let's try to slash register. Oh, yeah, I know. There's a third parameter I'd forgotten. I think the third parameter was it redirect? Redirect something. Redirect.
Field name.
No, it has, because the third parameter, I think it's redirect URL. Redirect underscore URL. URL is equals to now. Yeah. Wait, what did you call it? Sylvia, what did you call it?
Redirect field name. It was in that pop-up there. There was a pop-up that was showing the argument.
Actually, that is
That's
the
where
one.
I was reading from.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is redirect field name, so that we can do away with the what, with the next. Yeah. You're right. Let's do it one more time. So when you have the register here, not found. Not found.
The URL is just slash, not slash home.
Yeah. My bad there. Like that. Fantastic. We do this one more time. Fantastic. It works very well. Yeah, but basically, the reason why I brought it up is because it will save us from repetition per se, in that now we don't have to go around pasting these two lines in every in every function that we want only unauthorized people to use. Or do you get my point of view? Guys, are you there?
Yes, Emma.
Yes. So all we need to do is just like we used the login required. Then we just have to just copy this. We just copy that and just paste it now, like we need it on the login user also. Then
in the chat.
Pardon?
Also in the chat.
In the chat? Which
paste
chat?
Paste it in the chat here.
You want it in the chat also? Okay. Let me just paste these two. Yeah, but I liked it a lot, and I think Pauline, how are things? How are things so far? But if at all usually it helps when you first do it the long way, and then it is easier to just refactor your code. Yeah, when you've already done it, because it will help you to just like we did it here. In that we first did it the long way using the if statements, testing whether the user is authenticated or not, and then we kind of like work backwards, removing small code bit by bit until we get something that that actually makes sense. Yeah, but and actually the good thing, user passes test also is imported from it's a decorator like the login required. Yeah, so one actually helps you to stop unauthorized users, while the other one helps you to kind of like to stop to stop unauthorized users from and to stop authorized users from accessing uh, content that is not necessary to them. Yeah, but you can actually use this to do even other things, like we shall see in the other tutorials. But basically, I just wanted you to at least to do some refactoring. In that, right now we have at least created this function once, and then we use it very many times in our program. Yeah, so at least for now we have our system has logins, and our routes have been secured. Also our templates have been secured because we did a lot of refactoring inside here. Yeah, we did a lot of refactoring inside the index, which we think for now is our home page. Yeah, but yeah,